Another chaotic day in Donald Trump's weird Washington. Let's get straight to CTV's bureau in the U.S. Capitol, where our Richard Madan is standing by with the latest. All right, Richard, cease and desist demands, book publication blockages. What the heck is going to happen here? Are they actually going to stop the Fire and Fury book from hitting the shelves?
Yeah, late development tonight, Don. That publisher of Fire and Fury and the author announced that they're moving up the publication or the release date to tomorrow instead of Tuesday because of, quote, unprecedented demand. Not only the White House, but the salacious aspects in this book has really got the whole country buzzing about the chaotic White House and the unstable White House and all these quotes that are on the record. Forget these anonymous sources. These are people who have spoken on record. They are quotes, and the author, Michael Wolff, says he has recordings to back them up. So it has really thrown the White House into real damage control tonight.
Wow. Now, Steve Bannon, Trump has sort of tried to do a cease and desist order. Has that got any chance of actually working? It doesn't sound like he's a guy that shuts up easily.
Well, not all, exactly, and Bannon is not one to be intimidated, and the cease and desist order is meant to intimidate, and it's a threat of suing somebody after. And we also know Trump has a track record of threatening to sue people but never following up. So I suspect this is the same tactic. But I got to tell you, almost every single question at that White House briefing to Sarah Sanders was about this threat of litigation. She is not backing down either. She didn't say whether or not the president would continue to actually sue Bannon, but made this distinct, nuanced difference that these are the president's lawyers. It's not the White House that's engaging in this legal challenge. But either way you look at it, it's ugly, it's messy, and this is not the kind of disunity you need ahead of these midterm elections.
Now, Richard, try and give us a sense of the turmoil this is unleashing in the White House. I mean, it's got an agenda. It's trying to move forward, but we're into uncharted waters here, aren't we?
Yeah, Don, we use the word unprecedented all the time, but again, this is absolutely unprecedented, and the author, Michael Wolff, describes it. He had the blessing of Trump himself. He would stay at the Hay Adams Hotel, which is across the street from the White House, walk right in, plop himself down on a couch in the West Wing, which, as it's a small sort of area, he would watch people go back and forth. He described these open shouting matches. He even got into these really personal details about Trump. He didn't want people to touch his toothbrush. He would change his own bedding. He would leave shirts on the floor, and he would get angry at the Secret Service who were demanding he shouldn't lock the bedroom door in the White House. This is all very bizarre stuff. It even questions Trump's competency, that he might be losing it, revealing a story that Trump would talk to his friends and associates and repeat himself every 30 minutes. It was down to every 10 minutes he'd repeat himself, and that would be the basis of a lot of his angry tweets that we see him unleashing in the morning. So it's a very revealing, pulling back the curtains take on this very chaotic White House.
All right, I'm going to talk to someone in a few minutes that's actually spent a lot of time talking to Trump and written a book about him. But I wanted to get to the other stories that normally would be big. But Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, seems to be about to rescind Obama-era policy on legalizing pot to spread to the states, right, where it's been approved by voters. What's the federal law do to states where it's already legal? And I wonder if this has any implications for Canada with our legalized pot coming in the not-too-distant future.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to connect it to Canada, but what I can tell, because it's already legal in some states already, like Washington State, but this sort of spawned after California made marijuana legal. And there's a whole question about what are states' rights and what are federal rights. So Jeff Sessions kind of hinting that they might take a look at the California law, which not only did it drive down marijuana stocks, but it also throws in the questions of candidate Trump, who really pushed for states' rights, and now you have this sort of moral questions that's consuming his Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. So that's, as I said, it's starting to get into gray territory here. I'm going to wait to see how this thing rolls out.
All right, Richard, you got the most fascinating beat in the world, but thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, Donald. Happy New Year.